basically, the first season or two of Bleach was kid gets powers, kid gets outclassed by people who are actually the originators of said powers. Kid's friend from the Soul Society, Rukia, she gets taken. They take her back and they're like, "Hey,
take that bitch hostage."
Well, they didn't take her hostage because, like, basically, she gave him his powers. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to give a human. You're not supposed to give a human the power of a soul reaper.
And we do find out why eventually.
Yeah, and she did. So they're like, "Hey, you're gonna come stand trial. On penalty of death." Mm-hmm. So of course, through a pretty classic training montage. Well, it wasn't even a training montage, but
it was a little bit.
It was like 2 episodes. So I can't really call it a training montage, but he trains up with a guy who has questionable, ambiguous origins of his own.
Yeah, Mr. Hattenclogs, one of the best characters in the show, Urahara Kisuke.
Scruffy ass, hippie looking mofo.
I take offense to that, being that if I dyed my hair blonde, I wouldn't have too much away from Urahara in looks department.
At any rate, that guy coaches him up, and then, along with, he sends him on his merry way along with his band of idiot friends and a talking cat. So
yes.
they go to get Rukia back. Ultimately, they do get her back.
Mm-hmm.
But as a result, through the course of getting her back, they find out that all of this was just a setup by
a douche.
This asshat named Sosuke Aizen, whose ability is to completely hypnotize you, which is super cheap.
Yep, super cheap, but he is the perfect bad guy that you really love to hate.
He's a very likable villain.
He is the ultimate like wrestling heel. Like he is just the bad guy that you want to hate on.
I don't even want to hate on him. Like I kind of rooted for him. I wanted to see hey, you know what? Especially given how the show played out, they should have let him do what he was trying to do.
Well, maybe that was what he was trying to do. What they actually had happen at the end.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, now that I think about how the show ended, would there have been less bloodshed, less loss of life if they had just let Aizen do what he was trying to do?
Well, we're gonna get into theorizing about the end eventually, but
but basically,
let's stick with the first two. Let's stick to the Save Ruki arc for now.
Okay, yeah, the Save Ruki arc was pretty cool. Like getting to see all the different captains, seeing how the Soul Society operates. All the different characters, all the different captains have different powers, and they have different personality archetypes and everything like that. So the people who watch the show can find people to readily identify with. Everybody finds their own member of the Gotai 13 or whatever. I mostly identify with so and so.
Yeah, it's like I like the brute character, so I identify with Kenpachi. Or I like the classy guy. I like the fucking classy, kind of stern, silent dude, but he's really badass. So I like Byakuya.
Yeah. Out of the captains, I will say that Byakuya was probably my favorite captain. Honestly.
He's pretty up there. I can see why.
Byakuya. I'd say either Byakuya or well, actually, my favorite captain is Yamamoto, but that's kind of like I don't know.
I'm gonna say that I do have like a love for Kenpachi because I just really like Kenpachi. Kenpachi's cool, but like, do I acknowledge that he's the best captain? Of course not. Like, he's fucking ridiculous.
Right.
He's a big douche, but he's kind of awesome, so I kind of like him.
Yeah, best captain, Yamamoto for sure. And I don't like him simply because he has awesome powers. Like before we even knew what his powers were, I was just like, I think I'm gonna pick the guy with the beard that goes down to his dick.
Yeah. Yamamoto is the captain of Squad 1. He's the leader, and he is an old man with a very long white beard and a bald head and many, many scars, and he is buff as shit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like he's just beyond swole.
And he's just he comes out of the robe, and it's just a wall of scar, tissue, and muscle.
Yeah. You know what? If they were doing, because I know they're doing the live action movie, he would be like played by like Tony Jaa or something like that, and they just like dub over since like he's got the beard, so you don't really need to see the mouth that much.
Just make Tony Jaa make Tony Jaa look old.
You don't even have to make him look old. Just give him the fucking beard, man, and give him the scars. Like, he's got the body. Like, he's got the buffness.
I'm saying you have to make him look old in terms of, like, Yamamoto needs to look old, man. He needs to look old. That's part of the character.
I mean, he doesn't look that old. I'm just saying. Like,
Yamamoto looks old as fuck. What do you mean?
Because of the beard, dude. Like, he doesn't look that old. He looks like fucking Heihachi Mishima with a beard.
Heihachi looks old as dirt. What do you mean? Like,
he doesn't look... I don't know. Alright, maybe. Alright, so they do a little age makeup to Tony Jaa, fucking give him a beard, and he'd be Yamamoto, because that's the type of buffness that you need.
But, anyway, pardon the digression. Basically, the whole Saburuki arc is she's standing trial. She obviously, they sentence her to death because she doesn't deny any of the claims against her, so they're like, alright, well, penalty is death.
Yeah.
They're gonna execute her. Of course, Ichigo shows up, saves the day, hoorah. Then he gets his ass whipped by Aizen. Aizen says, this was all just a clever, this was all theatricality and deception, powerful agents against the uninitiated,
And by the way, I also have two of the captains with me who are gonna come and be my little bitch boys. And I took my subordinate who's in love with me, who I gave the dick to just last night, and I made her think I was dead, and I stabbed her in the heart. Mwah!
Right. Yeah,
this is the son of a. Right. This is how much of a son of a bitch this guy is. That's like he literally fucked this girl, made her think he was dead, and then when he reveals that he's still alive, he stabs her in the fucking heart.
I mean, that's just poetic justice, man. I just love that. I'm sorry. Like, obviously,
poor Momo, dude.
I mean, okay, look. Obviously, he's a deplorable human being, but do I appreciate? Like, look, if you're gonna be a fucking supervillain, own that shit.
Very true. But here's the thing: did you just really call Aizen? Did you call Aizen a human being? You do not call a god a human being.
Okay. Well, okay. He's a deplorable motherfucker, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
at least
absolutely.
It's not like he's not one of those like, oh, is he a sympathetic villain?
No.
Like he's only a sympathetic villain insofar as like, no, I have no sympathy. Well, actually, I do have some degree of sympathy. Okay.
Okay. Depending on how the ending played in and how maybe it was originally supposed to go, maybe we'll have a little more sympathy for him. Maybe, but we'll talk about that later.
Right. But basically, the whole Saburuki arc boiled down to there was this artifact created by Kisuke Urahara, who was the leader of the Science Division, who had developed this new tech that would break down the barrier between the existence of Soul Reapers or Shinigami and Hollows. Basically, that would be able to make an angel demon hybrid.
It can make your dreams come true.
Pretty much.
And it's called the Hogyoku.
Yeah, and he hid it inside of Rukia.
Yes.
So, and Aizen knew that the only way he could get to it was if he had Urahara get it for him, which was never going to happen.
Yes.
Or if he recovered,
or if this bitch got stabbed in the chest by the Phoenix Spear thing.
There you go. Yeah. So it would need to be one of those two, but neither of those happened. But he still had some type of weird thing that turned his arm green, and he was able to reach into her chest and take it out. Anyway,
Aizen always has a contingency. We'll say that.
Yeah, he's okay. I like Aizen because he's like an anime Doctor Doom.
Yes, absolutely. He always has a contingency. He always has a plan, and he's just the baddest motherfucker around.
The plan is always steal the powers of a god.
Yeah, that's about it. And that's about as Doctor Doom as it gets.
Exactly. Like Aizen's plan is pretty simple. Obtain the powers of a god.
I am going to rule this fucking universe. That's his plan.
Right, and that's as Doctor Doom as it gets.
Absolutely. And he's.
But at least in this case, the first thing he does isn't fix his face, so that's different.
Very true. Very true.
But so he gets the artifact and then he fucks off for a while. You just don't see him for a couple of years actually.
Yeah, well, until we go to the Hueco Mundo arc.
Yeah, you see like glimpses of him here and there, but I'm saying like you don't actually see him do anything substantive.
Oh no, he just sits around being like he sits around letting you know that he's stronger than everybody else by having goons that kick the shit out of the guys that kick the shit out of Ichigo.
Exactly.
Yeah, he has his goon squad of guys that one of the captains remarks, "Hey, these guys, if there was 10 of them, well, 10 of the stronger ones, we'd be fucked. We'll talk about how that plays out.
Right.
Oh, yes, we will get to that shortly, sir.